YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. City on the Hill season 3. I just finished it last night. I know I am extremely late, but in the midst of all these TV shows, of watching great TV shows and TV series, that I was not letting this one basically just, I'm not going to be done with it. I was going to be done with this season because I truly enjoy Kevin Bacon as Jackie Rohr and DeCourcy Ward, AldisHodge as DeCourcy Ward. I love their chemistry, and even with this season, it was a pickup from last season where Jackie basically quit. They forced Jackie to retire. He quit the bureau, and now he's working as a private security for Sinclair Dryden, which is probably his former bureau buddy. He's loaded. He got money. He's well connected. So he's basically a private security for him. And in the midst of being a private security for this guy, you start seeing the deviant stuff that he does and how his young wife is. Letitia seduces Jackie. They start having sex, and then it's Jackie's. It was crazy that Jackie's back on that on that white, and I was kind of like, damn, Jackie kind of. It looked good in the beginning where Jackie was retired. He was with Jenny. They were talking all the time. They were chilling. They sleep together. They were good. They were happy. They were just being regular, just around. And you can tell sometimes that kind of ate at Jackie, like he didn't want to be home. So being at this job, as Letitia seduces him, he starts seeing stuff that Sinclair does, which is, he looked into what happened to Dominic, and he kind of was seeing like how woozy she was, and even with his own daughter, it was like, yeah, aren't you need to take your medicine? And it was he's kind of like looking around, and then he really stumbled upon it when Victoria budged in and just went off on Sinclair. It was like, you killed her, look what you did to her. So he, being who he is, he had to look into it and start finding out that Sinclair, as we've seen, drugs and rapes college women. Just, because he has a foundation. It's like, yeah, I invite you to the house, and then he drugs them. And I was like, wow, dude, that's sick. Like, you are sick. And he had that I'm going to get away with it because he's so powerful. So I was like, that's sick. And then for his wife to know as well, that's why I feel like I was like, Jackie, don't sleep with her, because he was like, they're going to have that dirt on him to keep his mouth shut. And it worked for a while, with the money and he just felt like, I'm already corrupt. So he kind of turned a blind eye to it, but he was like, just, nah, this ain't right, so, and with DeCourcy, finally is in that, back into that ADA spotlight and looking for cases that he's trying to work on. And the case he's working on is having that cop, Tony Suffering, shoot Anton Campbell in the back of the head. And loops in Chris. Chris was that street cop, the leader cop that was in all that. And I was really telling myself, I'm like, yeah, they're going to kill Chris. He kind of looks a little bit expendable, but he survives. And I was like, wow, he has a lot of drama, with his wife. Is like, man, you don't tell on, cops go by a code. You don't tell on them type of thing. And he really makes it out, trying to really figure out after that what to do. And, his family breaks up. So he's just trying to figure out, being who he is, out of that, So that's why I tell myself this was good in so many different elements, but I liked how they always kept honed in on what was Jackie doing. Kevin Bacon, man, as Jackie Rohr, kills it, knocks it out the park. Now, I don't know how true this was with this season, but it was really good writing. Kept on pace. It wasn't slow, wasn't fast, just kept on pace. Even with Father Doyle, with Jenny and opening up to, her character a little bit more with her and Father Doyle, and turns out that he is a priest, with the IRA, supplying the IRA with guns. So, and even he had a couple hitmen to shoot at Jackie. And I was telling myself, I'm like, who is that? I was thinking to myself, that's Sinclair Dryden's people trying to, silence Jackie. I'm like, he must be that powerful. And I was like, man, that was a good piece of, arc that I didn't really know that was going to happen. So Father Doyle, I don't think Father Doyle is locked up, but he ain't really going away. He has to have to deal with, Jackie at the end of the day is going to have to deal with the IRA. And, with Jenny confronting her dad about the past, and he's trying to sue her and finds out from her mom that, she has a brother that's in a halfway house, and she finally ends up going to see him. And at the end, it's, I want to be his legal guardian. And I was like, whoa, I know Jackie's going to be like, but at the same time, when it's just how everything played out, I was like, man, this is definitely good. I love where season 4 is going to be headed. And just, I loved the last 2 episodes from episode 8 and episode 7, even with Bet, who Sinclair just continuously kept doing it. So Jackie was just tracing down all these leads, and he actually saw, Sinclair do this. So he was really in a moral high ground that he has to definitely do something to Sinclair. And even with Siobhan, I don't want to forget Siobhan and what she was dealing with of just PTSD and finding out that she paralyzed the guy back in her youth and totally got away with it. And that it's all triggering. Her best friend committed suicide. It was actually like her ex-lover type of thing. And she's still dealing with the PTSD of getting shot and having to deal with this big construction company on this case. And they have those labor union mob guys threatening her, ongoing anxiety, and they're trying to exploit that. But I love her arc that she still got it done. And I was like, dang, you are a very strong lady. You really got it done. Kind of heartbreaking to see DeCourcy's father pass away. Or Ernie Hudson did a marvelous performance as, DeCourcy's dad. And seeing some of those figures, like why DeCourcy is so hardened and so stricken and so disciplined because the dad that he had, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing that, I didn't think that it really played nothing really big and significant in his life, but I feel like maybe later on with DeCourcy it will. And I was just happy with Benedetta. I was like, I know she kind of fell off the wagon. I think that's going to be another story built as well. Benny kind of slipped, and I was like, man, you wilding in New York, girl. You need to chill. You need to chill. But I'm glad that she does open up to her mom and tells her that she did slip. So I was like, that's a major accomplishment right there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, just the last, 2 episodes really honed in on Jackie really nailing Sinclair, Dryden, and seeing how all that had portrayed and went down. I was like, mwah, mwah. And you seen at the end, because Sinclair was giving the DA that money for his campaign, so DeCourcy's like, now I'm the new, DA, because the old DA got that government job, that kind of like that politician. He was like, I am going to investigate Sinclair Dryden and why is he paying off the DA. So I am going to look into that. So I love that. I really love that this is going to be another season, because I really love City on the Hill. I know it's a whole bunch of things I probably missed, but that was kind of like the gist of it. And I was really, really encapsulated by these performances. I really love the banter between AldisHodge and KevinBacon and Jackie and DeCourcy, and how they just always have to kind of butt heads. And that's just, the chemistry's there. I love it. I give this season a 7.5 out of 10 just for pacing issues. It was kind of a slow drag. It wasn't a lot of excitement like the first 2 seasons. So that was pretty much why. But other than that, it's still very solid. I hope you guys check this out on Showtime. So, you guys enjoyed my reaction of City on the Hill Season 3. Subscribe to my channel. Post, comment down below, and like the video. It's your boy, D Dyson. Peace.